today from Buffalo Bills Stadium in
We
Orchard
are
Park,
live
New
with this
York.
Week 9, game number 8 of the 2021 NFL season.
This is
With this
NFL
featuring the
21.
Seattle Seahawks going up against the Buffalo Bills here in Buffalo. We're going to let this go and see what I have to do.
We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Bills Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And we are underway in Buffalo. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 and the 22-yard line. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And partner, when you're about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being overlooked coming out of high school, do you? That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Overlooked, ended up going to a junior college, Reedley Community College out in California, before matriculating to the University of Wyoming, and the Cowboys were so glad to get him.
Throwing on first down is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. He can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Allen throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring it second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. The play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Granted, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz had against them.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Falling down it's Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen to Diggs there for Buffalo first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, the part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them. And now, I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Allen down on 1st down. Left side caught by Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes your game plan for that offensively, you want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Allen throwing complete to Brown. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That was the 9th play of the drive. They pick up 9 yards with it. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. So this is 3rd down. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll run here with Moss. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out 1st downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And that would go be off target and incomplete. Third and goal now, mere inches from Pater. They'll look to run with Singletary. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that was up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it at 4th. Singletary, they run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Oh, he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play. You're a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's find this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. To return is Roberts. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
Yeah, simple tip of the cap, but not in the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Singletary here running out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay here for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes to the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. The Seahawks have David Moore back deep. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field ready for their second drive. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrived at this 2-0 score. Let's see if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board.
Looks like soccer.
Exactly. I know that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24. He gives it off to Carson. And he's brought down, getting this one out to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he was throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game. And he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
But they weren't able to make anything really big out of that. It's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Nice job there utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st down, Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Carson. He's able to get 6, a nice picking up to the 21.
There's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down with a pickup of 5 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He'll run it. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get Coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
2 veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle 1st down.
When offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they're going to get to it. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Flushed out, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock is with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. And Myers able to knock it through. And they will jump out in front here with a very usual scoreline of 3-2. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Get ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. There's Allen on 1st and 10. A quick throw to the clock by Diggs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From midfield, here's Allen. They'll buy some time running. He's going to take off with it. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL. It is on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now, they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out to say, let's get 40, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now for 28. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Look, already running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down just shy of 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice gain there for a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is Carson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Wilson rolling to it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good. So good, he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he puts it through to extend this thing to a 10-2 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up to throw from the gun. For Kidder here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 38-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to get him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Works right side into the hands of tight end Knox. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen stepping up. He's going to keep it. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Allen the Beasley, first down Buffalo.
To throw for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll look to run with Moss. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal, and they will try again for the 2-yard line. Moss again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they got to get back to the home. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do with the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. From the gun, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone for 2. In this game, now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is DJ Reed returning. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll drop the throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Here's throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Again, for that time as the drive continues.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now is Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, Carson, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it still a minute 20 left to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Carson. And a nice job of break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Carson. And they'll lose yardage here. Now it's back to the 19-yard line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Myers' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out here with a victory.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Here's the All-Pro return from 2018, Andre Roberts. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now. Down 13-10, 26 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Allen. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They had no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, and a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. On the left side, he finds Beasley. There he would go out right near the 35-yard line. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
About keeping your head about you in this situation. No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This could potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net. But they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Here's Reed. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time here to get the field goal range. Not much. With a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. And the tight end also right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day. But I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, he'll set up total. Oh, it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. So that's Marvin, our statistician, to bring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. What can Allen do now with his drive? Stepping up, he'll try and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short game when he took off running.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got half of Bills' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, where an OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run here with Singletary. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They run here with Singletary. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle it behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Allen. Flush to his right. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and a game winner in 2. Great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing count.
I just want you to pay for my meal.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew. I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
So there you have it. The Bears are winners, making the 13 over the Seahawks. I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another live video. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day and night.